everyone? Welcome to the 99th episode of the Boundless Business Podcast. We got the amazing Justine, Larissa, and Nico here. Team, how are we doing today?
We're thriving. It's a venti iced chai tea with sugar cookie cream cold foam and like Christmas sprinkles day. So life is good. It's a lot. It's a lot more than I normally get. I normally don't get something like with stuff, but that's the vibe for the day. Christmas vibes.
Treat yourself. Treat
Yeah.
yourself.
hmm
Justine,
Absolutely.
what about you? You and me are on a coffee kick today, or what? What's going on?
I do have a coffee with me.
Phenomenal. Just want to make sure. Got scared there for a second. But besides coffee, what are you talking about today?
Today we're going to answer some just frequently asked questions, sort of give an overview of how we work and what we do. So let's start with a general, what is our system? What do we do for our clients?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Go ahead, Nico.
I got excited about this. I think, and I'll just answer the high level, and Larissa, you can go more tactical. But we exist for one reason and one reason only, which is to make marketing simple. So our philosophy since the day we started was marketing seems to be this complex thing that a lot of people, frankly, are scared of, and we want to change that and say, hey, marketing is actually pretty simple. It's not easy always, but it's pretty simple. So that's why we exist. We exist to help with the marketing side. And what we define as active marketing, which is bringing in new opportunities, new leads, new jobs. That's our focus. So, Larissa, you go into tactics. I just wanted to share what our high level, like why we exist as an organization.
Yeah, okay. So the specifics on how we do that is the easiest way to make marketing effective for the average business is to help them be getting new business in. So that's kind of our ethos, our mission. Our mission is to help organizations improve their sales by getting new business in the door. Now, obviously, we work very specifically with specific types of organizations, and we have like a process and whatnot that we do, but that's kind of the why we do it. We pick that because we think it's the most effective way to get leads in the door. And kind of how we're getting those leads is we search for them all around the web through various types of advertisement. We have set lead networks that interact with each other. And then our clients, like Nico said, our goal is to make it easy. So for our clients, it's easy. They log into an app that has all their leads, and we reach out to all those leads and book their estimates and whatnot for them. Again, just making it easy. So that's kind of our process. That's kind of the very high level. Definitely down to get into the weeds though for any additional questions. Justine, what did I miss?
I think that was a great overview. I think a lot of people have questions about like what makes us different than other lead generation platforms like Angie's or Thumbtack or Home Advisor and things like that. What kind of sets us apart from those type of platforms?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing when you're doing comparisons with everything is like, what is the product that you get? Like our philosophy is leads are great, estimates are better. So when we do what we do is with the estimate in mind versus the lead in mind. Like these are important, but we want to get more people who are interested in our product or service, whether it's exterior or interior, it doesn't really matter. But we want to meet with homeowners. That's what we want to focus on. So how we compare to an Angie's or a Thumbtack or one where you just buy leads is we go a lot more custom. So when we work with our customers, we build specific packages that they want to sell at margins that make sense for them, and we just go get leads for that. Once we have leads for that service, then we get them to book estimates. That's our process. Angie's is really good if you're looking for kind of general services. So let's say you're a landscaper and you focus on artificial turf, for instance. But you can also do hardscape, but you can also do all these other things. Even though they might not be as profitable as the other services, you still get those in. So we get specific and book those estimates. They might get more generic. They compete usually, so even exclusivity, you gotta watch the language, right? So one provider on the Angie side, or one lead will get multiple people, and they just send you the info. We send only you the contact info, and then we work with you to book them in for an estimate. So generic, non-exclusive, specific, exclusive.
Yeah, and on top of that, again, like I mentioned earlier, we give you access to a custom-built CRM so you can see detailed reporting, every single conversation being had in real time. And as mentioned as well, you're being added to our exclusive lead network too. So, and what I mean by our exclusive lead network basically means we're verifying location. And for example, if a lead comes in for, you know, someone else that's like, if they're based in Miami and you're based in Phoenix, that Phoenix lead will go to you if it comes in through Miami. So that lead sharing makes sure that no leads get wasted and that regardless of where they come in, they end up at the right place, which is in front of you on your calendar.
Can you touch a little bit more on the qualification piece? How do we actually qualify these leads and before even booking them on the calendar?
Yes, every person is a little different, right? So it really just depends on like what specifically you're looking for. So you might care that for your package that let's say that it's Windows, for instance, right? You might care that it's 5 windows or 10 windows, for instance, right? That's a qualification that we want to weed out people who just want like one window or repair. Like we get very very specific on that, right? So in that example, it really just boils down to like what type of leads do you close higher rates at? Then we can work backwards in saying, making sure that lead is that. For instance, if you need both homeowners there, if you are looking for people in a specific area or zip code or something like that. The biggest thing is, and what we've noticed is the time from a lead being generated to a lead being contacted. That's really where we jump in and kind of like the magic behind what makes us really, really special is like we're just able to get in contact with those individuals so much faster. So it really reduces their desire to go to different companies. I know that's not exactly what you asked, but I just like I'm so passionate about getting in contact with people who want to work with you, right? And we can bridge that gap. It just increases everything: closing rates, deals, just amazing.
Yeah, and I can give a slightly more technical answer to that question in terms of our qualification process. So there's a few things that we across the board qualify on, and those would be the basic contact information and the address. So verifying that contact information is accurate and actually functioning, as well as the location of the project. So those are defaults. We like to make sure that we have all of that information before any estimates and whatnot are booked. Other qualifications, to Nico's point, are a little bit more custom, depends on the service you offer, what makes the most sense, and then how we want to qualify those. We utilize technology and we leverage technology utilizing Chat GPT on the GPT-4 model to help have those conversations in real time quickly. And then in addition to that, because we're big fans of redundancy, in addition to that, we have a calling team who helps pick up anything that can't be taken care of very quickly and easily by the AI. Our team is on those and basically never lets the leads go till we get a heads or tails.
And I know people are wondering what does the pricing structure look like for all of this and how does that work?
Yeah, we believe in profit first mindsets. So every single person is a little different on what they're looking for, right? Some people are just looking for maybe 10 leads. Some people are looking for, on the other side, a couple of, 20 jobs. So we have such a delta between people that come to us to help them bring in new business. So it really just depends on what your end goal is, because then we can work backwards and say, hey, this is the most cost-effective path for you. Because I think a lot of people have been burned by companies like Angie's, other marketers in there. So we really do try to take a much more consultative approach where we say, hey, what's your goal? Like let's be, like I'm going to tell you exactly how much it's going to cost. I just need to know where we're going. And the analogy I always like to use is there's two Washingtons in the U.S. So Washington State and Washington D.C. and there's probably a dozen others, but they're both in the U.S., which is great, but they're on different coasts. So you have to tell me where you want to go, and I will tell you the best way to do that. Once we have the best way to do that, then there's other questions like budget or time frame or whatever. So let's say that in this analogy that we want to go to Washington D.C. Well, we could walk there. We could drive there. We could take an airplane. We could, I don't know, pay someone to, I don't know, put us on a bike and like bike us there. Like, there's so many routes to do it, and what works for you might not work for someone else. So I can tell you, high level, most people spend anywhere between like $1,500 and $10,000 working with us, somewhere in there. But it all really just boils down to like, what are your goals, and how can we best utilize the expertise we have and industry knowledge we have to get you there.
So to that point, Nico mentioned, we take a very consultative approach and we're focused on profit first. So all of our pricing that we put together is structured in such a way that you will profit. Uh, how the math works out is basically as long as you're closing deals at the rate you say you will, and as long as enough estimates are getting booked, then you should be turning a profit working with us. We don't work with people who, according to our, again, profit first models, would not be successful with us. So I do definitely want to have a preface to say, if you are an individual installer of something or a solopreneur, we may not be the best fit for you, just because realistically, we work with companies that are looking to take on multiple jobs per month. And so that's usually at least 4 to 5, more average around like 10 new jobs a month. So if you don't have a crew to be able to support that, then we may not be a good fit for you.
Sweet. Well, is there anything else that we missed or that you really want people who might be interested in this service to know about before reaching out or anything like that?
We didn't talk about our guarantee.
Yeah, what's going
Oh,
on?
yeah.
Larissa, tell us, what's going on?
So again, to the point of our profit first model, we do guarantee minimum number of leads that come in through the door for you. So that minimum number of leads, again, just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for 40 leads a month, we could guarantee 40 leads. That package will look different than our guarantee of 20 leads. But just keep in mind, we do guarantee a minimum number of leads, and that minimum number of leads is set up also that you profit after paying us, after fulfilling your jobs. And yeah, that's our guarantee.
Well, if you have any questions, please email me at nico@balancemedia.com. We are so excited for you in 2024. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. We do this because we want to get back. So we appreciate you guys for being here. Excited to see you just explode in the new year. And we'll see you guys next time on the 100th episode of the Boundless Business Podcast.